We are
is
live, and True Strike is not only bad because it's a bad cantrip, but it's bad because new people take it and think that the rest of the game is as bad as the cantrips to True Strike.
It's a trap, and it's a bad introduction to the game.
Are you shackled to your cantrips? Like
the wording, the problem is
aren't, but
the wording of the spell. Even if you action surged, it wouldn't work because it says on your next turn you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
You're right, it's not even
if you
next attack.
if you action surge, you're still gonna be like,
Here's my pitch. Here's my pitch.
You cast not pointing surge anymore, so you'd probably drop it.
You cast action surge and you gain the benefits of action surge. And then you roll a d20. If you get a 20, then the next attack is a guaranteed crit. So you spend your action to do a stupid cantrip. You basically have a chance.
A 5% chance.
You have a 5% chance to get an insta crit next time.
Insta crit.
I don't know.
It's just like
I think
just
it's a great spell.
so
I just
little.
think you're not thinking about all the opportunities you could use it in.
Okay, Tim, I look forward to you murdering us with a True Strike centered bad guy.
If he doesn't, he moves very slowly and he only points.
No, but so there's the thing is I think by the wording, legendary actions would be activated with True Strike. So if your dude just has fucking legendary actions and he casts True Strike, he just gets advantage on his next thing. And it's like, I think there's bad dudes who have that spell.
Don't give
in
him
their legendary
ideas.
actions.
Don't give him
I think
ideas.
it's already in the monster manual. So they go legendary action, they cast True Strike, and then on the next turn they get advantage.
Boom. See?
It's
a villain spell.
There are some things in the book where it's like there's no use for this as a player.
Guards and Wards is a perfect example.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use it as a player, but unless
What's
you're
Guards
making
and
your
Wards?
own dungeon, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, what a crazy spell. Who'd take that?
Should we roll that intro and do announcements afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bye.
Ba-da-da-doom, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
I feel like I've finally regained that beard that was in the intro.
It's true.
I'm back. I'm finally back to that status.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
So some announcements before we get into things this evening. Quick thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Silverwing Armory. They have a fantastic pre-order going on right now with a partnership with Grimbeard Leather. It's leather bindings for their notebooks, so please go check them out.
Cool.
Enter the code Blackwater at checkout and you get 10% off. Legend Craft, if you head on over to their website and you like any of their products, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for 5% off. We just got word a couple of days ago that some very wonderful things are on the way to us from Legend Craft, which means there might be something coming your way with Legend Craft. So stay tuned for that coming up. Another big thank you to our dice goddess, Keisha, with Fairy Dragon Dice. If you were lucky enough to get any of the dice from her sale, congratulations, well done. I think there were a couple sets that were still left over, so head on over to her website to check those out if you want some sets. And then another big thank you to our artist, Tiana, who we love more than anything. She is responsible for the wonderful art that you see on the scroll, our logo, and just like generally everywhere. So we love her more than anything. John, thank you so much for the hand.
Wonderful.
Are we segueing from Tiana into what's happening on Wednesday? Because I have it on my phone ready to like sneak preview because I want to sneak preview this real hard.
We are actually sneak previewing it in the halftime show?
Yeah, right before the halftime.
Yeah. Okay.
Sneak preview up for
So
that is what we call a teaser for a sneak preview.
We actually have a teaser?
Yes.
A teaser for a
is the
sneak.
teaser.
Oh wow.
This is the teaser.
I was just
We're
gonna
teasing that we've got
gonna phone it up, but
yeah.
I'll
So
just show it on
your phone.
Just show it on
dude. I'm very excited.
We Twitch Prime is my second announcement.
Mhm.
Twitch Prime, please resubscribe with Twitch Prime if that is something you would like to do. It does not roll over every month, so re-up that. It really helps support us and help us do this wonderful thing we do and bring you extra content like shows like Chatwater. Chatwater is happening on Monday. Sean is back. We are so excited to have him returning with us. It'll be myself and Sean and Yanis, and we are joined by Tim for his DM Ask Me Anything episode. So if you have any questions for Tim, whether about the story, whether about his process, whether about campaign building or the world of Terrace, throw them up in the chat or message them to us on Instagram or email them to us at blackwaterdnd@gmail.com, and we will make sure we throw them his way. All of the questions that you folks have sent in so far are already in the show notes. So Yanis and Sean and I are very excited about that. And then that leads me to our final announcement. Next Wednesday is our monthly one shot, and we are very, very excited to premiere a brand new RPG called Cathedral, created and GM'd by the fantastic Matt. So if you're, we're going to have a teaser at the break, which is, I believe, the intro of the show that we created. It is Matt as GM, myself, and Adam and Len, and it's dark and twisty. It is pre-recorded just because of the game has a bit more dark content in it. So we pre-recorded it for everybody's safety and comfort, but we will be premiering it on Wednesday, and we are so excited, stupidly excited to show it to you.
I wasn't going to show the intro. I was going to show the picture.
Oh
yeah.
I think you should show the picture. So,
Can I do that right now?
But they're not done.
But it's basically done.
Okay.
It's a mock-up. This is a work in progress.
Okay,
But
so Tiana, our amazing artist, has been doing some hard at work on some art for us for the show of our characters, and Adam and I have some early mock-ups. I'm gonna let Adam show his. I'm not gonna show mine, but Adam's gonna show his.
Oh, you can't see it. It's
Oh,
awful.
oh,
no!
Ruined it.
No!
Now that is a teaser for a
That's
teaser.
a true teaser. That's a teaser. That's a teaser.
You can't see
Also,
anything.
Len is being eaten alive by fish.
That was awful.
Well, that's the teaseriest teaser we can give you. They will be on our Instagram in the couple days leading up. We're so excited to bring it to you. Len and Adam and Matt and I have been talking about it since we filmed it, and we want to play it again. So if you come, please, bring your dad, bring your friends, bring everyone, and come hang out on Wednesday with us. I think a couple of us may be hanging out in the chat too, because it was just stupidly fun. So we're very excited to bring it to you. And that's all I got.
I have an important question for Tim. Monday, ask you anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Information about the world. We get to know
Specific,
ask.
any specific
Hey.
questions about the story that we're
You
interested
can
in?
ask any question you want. I don't have to answer
Okay.
every question.
It's not an answer me everything. It's an ask me anything.
Answer me
shit.
everything. That's what we need on Reddit.
That's-
Instead of AMAs,
yeah.
it needs to be AMEs.
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 Answer
Yeah.
me everything.
Wait, is that where you give the person the answer and they have to figure out the question?
Yeah,
That's
Is
just
that
Jeopardy.
Reddit Jeopardy?
That's just Jeopardy.
Reddit Jeopardy.
Lives?
The person you snubbed at the cafe 3 weeks ago. Like, oh, fuck.
Who is?
Who is?
Who is?
Sean, have you seen the UK show Fast and Loose?
No.
Love that title.
There's just-
Love that
There's
title.
just it's one of those like
Don't
panel
do this
shows.
to me,
It's one of those classic panel shows that the UK is brilliant for. But
Oh, I
you
love
doing all the you being like chat water. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
section in Fast and Loose called Interpretive Dance where one dude, it's always the same dude. They get the guests to wear noise canceling headphones and then they play music and he acts out every goddamn word in the song
Yes.
with like utter perfection. Like for example, when the word "and" comes up, he'll just point to his hand
Oh, that's
and
cute.
shit like that. It's brilliant.
clever.
But I think you just reminded me of it where you were like,
Well,
we had chat
This
water.
is a weird place to announce it, but I guess the monkey's out of the bag. They are starting a Canadian version of
Fast
that
and
show you
Loose.
named Fast and Loose, of course. And I have been given the part of interpretive dance man.
Wow.
Just that though.
Just beautiful.
No
so
speaking.
tune in to CBC at 8 o'clock this Sunday to see me get very fast and maybe A little loose.
It's gonna be like the National or something. People are gonna be like, I
Yes.
thought John was supposed to be on.
Now you get Peter Mansbridge. Is he even still news?
think he's
Fuck
around.
it, let's D&D.
D&D. Let's play some D&D.
No, this
Sorry,
was
back
good.
to
This
Peter
was good.
Mansbridge for just
wait,
one.
wait. Actually, no, we touched on it. Let's talk about Peter
Do you
Mans.
think we could get him as a guest? I bet we could.
Absolutely. What's he doing?
All right. So for those
There's
of you,
nothing. It's a pretty slow news year.
I
Nothing's
know.
really happening in the world.
All right. So for those of you just joining us tonight, after restarting the Hearth of Ages, Blackwater headed to the Golem Assembly Workshop to find materials to help build Magrin a new body. It was there they encountered two formidable golems who sprang into action following some ancient orders from their long dead master. The party managed to dispatch them and gathered what material they could to bring to Magrin. After some discussion, it was decided that they were in dire need of a rest, and they decided to camp out next to the Anvil Eternal. But before they went down for a rest, they learned that Magrin. They learned from Magrin that the Hand of Io, the now corrupted relic they had been carrying, was in fact forged at the anvil before them, a key for the Orphea, which according to its legend is a god egg from the ancient creator god Io.
Can't wait for that scramble, baby.
And that is where we left off.
No, it's Scarmble.
Um,
I'm not letting Sean.
Ma-
I'm not letting letters ruin a god egg with scrambled eggs.
Scar
It's
God
window-
Fusion.
Well, see, to do that, we'd have to get spider hair from the spider god. Like, we have to get
Jesus.
That's a god that exists.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we're
This is
basically
Giannis
in the
being the
Underdark right
spider
now.
god.
Tim, this is
Go
the rest of
find
our
some-
campaign, right? We got the
Yeah.
god egg.
This
I'm
is our
happy
whole
with that.
campaign now.
This is
Becoming
our
a cleric
arc.
of the spider god.
Magrin was just going to tell us, we were like just sitting down and she was going to tell us the history of Seer, right?
mhm. She goes, Seer is the dwarven goddess of the hearth. She represents family, unity, and bounty. It is said she forged the first dwarves from the mud of the earth and the warmth from the core of Terrace. She molded them in her image and taught them how to use the earth and the ore to shape the world around them, to bring bounty to their kin so they would never know the pain of hunger or the bite of the cold. From there, her children set forth into the world, spreading to every corner of Terrace. And it is said that her first creations were Moradin and Tovalin. She gave them all the knowledge that she had. Moradin's aspirations outgrew her quickly. He saw further things he could do with her creations. He believed them something to be commanded, that they could be improved upon, always pushing them to be better and stronger and more disciplined. Many dwarves decided to follow his teachings, and Moradin's disciples began to believe that they were crafted in his image, as his influence spread beyond the halls of the mountains. Tovalin, her other firstborn, first forged, was taken with wanderlust. She sought to understand the wonders of Terrace and brought with her the dwarves that settled the hills. She taught them to find the beauty in the bounty with mirth and harmony. That's kind of it in a nutshell. That's the sort of abridged version.
Magrin, that was really good. It almost sounded like rehearsed. That was like just from the top of your dome. It was very impressive that you just like have all that up there.
Yes, I followed Seer since I was born. It's pretty steeped into my being.
That makes sense.
Thank you, Magrin. It is very kind of you to share your stories and share this place with us. We are not from here and not of this place and do not follow Seer, but I'm very appreciative of you. And I'd never heard of, was it Tovalin?
Tovalin.
Tovalin. I've not read of Tovalin in any of the books either. Just
Right,
Moradin.
It's a shame. I don't know why that is. When I was still around, I suppose she was known, but perhaps more with dwarven kind.
Of course. Well, if we are to find this hammer tomorrow, then we should probably get a rest. It is, from my recollection, from what I can gather, it's probably about time we've rested anyway. It's been a full day's worth of traversing the mines.
Right. That's probably a good idea.
If we venture out tomorrow, is there anything else that you would like us to keep an eye out for? Anything else that would help in your...
I just need the hammer now.
All right. Okay. And to my knowledge, Tim, the places that we have not been as of yet are the Queen's Chambers, the Hall of Creation, which is the smelting or like the floor.
She said it was, yeah, she said it was beyond the smelting chamber.
Beyond the smelting chamber, but that is like below Argad's workshop, right? So there's there was that temple that we went, or the tunnel that we went down towards Argad workshop, and then there was the pathway that went down.
Yeah.
So we're assuming that the smelting chamber and the Hall of Creation is down there. Okay. And then the Iron Spine corridor. Those are the three places we haven't been. Okay. Great. Should we set up a watch tonight?
Would they be able to get through?
I don't know.
We could.
I mean, yeah, might as well. Hey, Magran. Weird question. I guess maybe you don't know yet because it's new for you. Wait, you're not robot yet, are you?
I
forget.
know
Did
what
that
a
happen?
robot- No,
Sorry.
she hasn't crafted a body yet.
Yeah. So okay, so your body will have to sleep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I'll take first watch. I'm feeling spry.
I'll join you.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Letters and Kokanee are going to take first watch.
Yep.
All right. You're welcome to make a perception check as you kind of all settle in around the anvil.
This will go well.
Why would you say that?
It did not, in fact, go well. That's a 5.
Almost prophetic.
5.
Don't worry, I got you.
okay.
That's a 20.
20.
Oh,
Kokanee, a little ways through your watch, it's relatively quiet. But you do feel just ever so slightly, almost like tremors, fairly spaced out, but here and there, you feel just kind of slight tremors in the earth.
How far spaced out? Like a half hour, or like enough that it could be like big footsteps?
They're kind of in bursts. So there's a few that happen kind of in relatively quick succession, and then some time goes by, then a few more. That's about it.
Letters, do you feel that?
No.
There's
Too hard for your hooves. You don't. It's not. It's so soft.
Do you want me to wake Clack up?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. I really didn't want to wake him up. He's
I
had
don't
a
think
stressful
so.
time.
I think we all have. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
but him more than Mo. Cause sorry, what?
I said how are you doing, but no. Tell me about how Clack's
Well, I just
doing.
I feel like Clack's under a lot of pressure because
Okay.
most of us can stand up for ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
he's pretty good with that wand of wonder, but I feel like if he got cornered, you ever just I think he handles it well, but he is very small and
Oh,
I just.
he's deeply impressive. I mean, if somebody wrote a book about everything we did, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the protagonist. You know, all these super powerful people and the one person who boldly went anyways.
I think, and don't let him know this, I think he could use a win. So maybe for the next big bad we fight,
Yeah.
if we just want to save the final blow for Clack, I feel like that could really, help him out and also make him look pretty cool for who's ever watching. All of us.
All of us. Letters.
All of us.
I'm obviously
Maybe
I'm
one
so
person in particular. I don't know.
Finnan, of course.
Maybe.
How do we do this? Do we want to give him a rock or something to throw at the big bad at the
No,
last
probably
minute?
he's got the wand. He's got the wand.
Oh, he's got the wand.
He's got the cage
He's
ball. He's
super
got a
good
lot
at
of stuff. He's got that cloak of just stuff. If he just wants to throw stuff at a here's what it is. You and me will wrap whoever it is up and be like,
Okay.
oh, Clack, we're losing him. Throw some stuff at him, and he'll just take stuff off his cloak and just chuck it at him.
Okay, so we'll see. Well, tomorrow we'll see about hyping Clack up.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big bad, but
Yeah,
like
just-
if there's
just a
like
little one.
if there's like a Druger, is that what we're calling them?
I
Those
don't
bad
know.
dwarves?
Durgar, I guess.
Duragar, that's it. Those bad dwarves. Yeah, if we see some bad dwarves, we'll catch one and be like, Clack, help us. We can't. We gotta get them. How am I doing? I'm good.
I mean, it's just been like, I mean,
What has
the-
happened recently? How long has it been? I
We've been-
am more tired than I realized. I am having a hard time remembering how long.
I know,
what happened before we got to
we-
this dungeon.
we lose track of
Quarantine
time
Sean brings a
quickly.
new energy to letters.
We
I don't think I am okay.
we lose track of time quickly in this cave. We had just gotten back from Dresda. As you
Oh yeah,
remember.
doing great. Yeah. Letters is on the up.
Yeah.
This is a high point for Letters. Letters is feeling good.
I mean,
Uh,
it is. You sort of bounce straight from sort of exercising your demons down in the scar to finding out my dad probably stole you to the Dresda
fuck.
stuff.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you, Kokney. Coming into this situation, I was really focused on what we're gonna do in this dungeon. I had
Yeah.
cleared my mind
Clearly,
of past things, and clearly I'm going through a lot, and I don't think I'm ready to deal with them right now. I think I'm just so thrilled to be with the crew going through this that like to process those sort of like deep character form. Like we'll get to that. Those will probably manifest in some more like organic way, probably through action, and I'll probably show it. Instead of telling you it. So watch out for that. That's what we call a teaser in the biz. How are you doing? Kokney Lightkeeper?
Oh,
You good?
better than I've been. Yeah, I mean, not great because we're down here, but I guess this is interesting. It's better than fighting my dad, I guess. It's been an upgrade.
Hey, what the fuck? Okay, real talk?
Yeah.
Just you and me?
Yeah.
Are we ever going to talk to Neppy?
About.
Are we ever going
about-
to talk to Neppy about the fucking... Because, like, no one's talked about that. And we all love Neppy, but we should probably talk about, like, a game plan. Because, like, what if we, like, hatch this god chick, because it comes from an egg, and then, like, the other god was like, you gotta give it to me, and we're like, well, there you go.
The Raven Queen, as you would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Do we want to wake up Neppy? We
well,
shouldn't do it right now.
No,
shouldn't do it
no,
right now.
no. I mean, I've talked to her like a little bit about it, but I mean, you and I both are sort of the people here who have lived their lives, a lot of their life, belonging to somebody else. And
Yeah.
we know how absolutely that can suck.
Yeah, I think I've just been trying to like knock a bunch of stuff off my to-do list until that hammer falls. But like, we should have a meeting.
I mean, yeah.
We should
It
put
seems like
something on
it seems like we're sort of rushing from place to place because every time we look away, something like this happens. Like where it was like, oh, we've got a fun gold bag, and all of a sudden it's a god. And so I understand that we're like running around, but I feel like if we put this off indefinitely, it's just going to become
It's
another
gonna
one of
bite us.
those problems. Yeah.
All right, tell you what. Here's what we're gonna do. Maybe not this dungeon.
Okay.
We forge the Orpheum, and then we're all in a good mood. We crack out some Zorn juice. We make a few sassy Genassis. We all get a little loose, and we're like, "Hey, Neppy, You know what was crazy? Remember when you cracked that deal with the Matron of Vengeance? That was so crazy. What are we gonna do? Like, I feel like that sort of like casual, low pressure.
You feel good. You feel good about that sort of.
I
you
think that would be the
that'll
way
end
to
up-
go.
That'll end
I
up
think
with our
because then
best
we're with our
objectives.
friends. You know, we're by a forge, by a secret hearth. You know, our friend.
Okay,
will
well,
be
let's put this.
golem.
I mean,
Golem.
obviously, let's put this plan long term on the back burner of how we.
Oh, I
bring
think
it
it's
up.
a short-term plan. I think
Okay.
it's we.
You
She
wanna-
forges the Orpheum.
Okay.
We get a little silly,
Okay.
and then we have a very important conversation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good talk.
Good talk.
Do you want to develop a secret handshake? Like just for us?
Yeah.
Asleep, Finnan's heart breaks. He doesn't know why. He has a really bad dream, and he starts crying in his sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
I think here's my pitch.
Okay.
Stop me if it's weird. You give me like a little slap on my knife scar where you
Okay.
stabbed me,
Okay.
and then I haven't given you a scar yet. So you just tell me where you, and then I'll slap you somewhere, and you won't know where. It'll be a little surprise every time.
Well, do you want to stab me so that we can?
No, I don't
Okay.
want to stab you,
Just checking.
but I'll surprise slap you.
Okay, you'll surprise slap me. So it's our secret handshake is just 2 slaps.
Yes. Try it. We should try it. We should try
Okay.
it.
Okay. Let's try right now. You ready?
Yep. Yep. Smack. Okay. Full unarmed attack. Trying to surprise him. 15.
No.
Ah! I'd swing wide over his head.
I mean, I guess like I don't know. AC probably doesn't apply because I'm not trying to dodge it.
It's true. I would say he's surprised, so you can take it at advantage.
Yeah.
He does not expect you to
No.
make.
It's worse.
It's a
bad.
surprisingly like hard slap as you duck out. Like instinctually, you duck out of the way.
Shit, I didn't know you were gonna clock me. Wow.
So I thought that was part of the bit. Oh, I'm tired. Oh,
Okay.
I'm so
okay.
sleepy. We'll
Let's-
work on that later.
Who do you think wants to take watch next? Because this seems like it's exclusively our decision. I'm thinking.
Ooh, it is. No one has said anything.
No, they haven't. So I'm
What's
thinking.
a fun pairing? Who never gets time together? I think Neppy and Yana.
Okay.
Neppy and Yana, I don't think I've ever seen them have a conversation.
Do they even know each other?
Wait, did I say Neppy? I said Finnan. I meant Finnan.
That was what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah,
Finn
yeah,
and
yeah,
Yana.
yeah.
Finn and Yana. Yeah.
Finn
Yes.
and Yana.
How did you? Like possibly the most
Adam,
diametrically
you're asleep.
opposed characters,
Adam, you're
and you've
asleep.
mixed them up.
Adam, you're asleep. Adam, you're asleep.
I'm
You didn't
bad
hear
with
that.
names, and so are my characters. It's canon with every character I ever make. They're all bad with names.
funny.
Okay, so I
wait,
need
wait,
to wake up. Oh, yep.
You get Yana, I'll get Finnan.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Finnan.
Yeah.
Wait, you go first. You go first.
I need to wake up. Shake Yana awake.
5 more minutes.
I'm going to bed. You and Finnan are on watch.
Okay, that sounds. No one should put me on watch ever, but okay.
No, you'll be great. Cast guidance.
Cockney,
and
we
then-
never went and got me glasses. Oh, thank you.
Oh, are you still like completely unable to see?
I can see. I'm just not very good at it.
Oh God.
I don't know. I get distracted. I look at my book and stuff. Wiggles does like cute things all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
When we
try
get
and pay
back, we'll
attention,
find you.
okay?
We'll find you glasses.
Or,
That
like,
was. You've got to
focusing
remind
medicine.
me. My assumption is that we can all see. Like Finnan's just so good at seeing that he sort of sees for all of us. But
I'm like pretty good at seeing. I think it might actually
I'm
be
the
my
seeing eye
attention.
warlock.
Let's go. Okay, we'll go to a doctor when we get back.
yeah,
Anyway,
we'll do that.
you
Okay.
go to sleep.
Good night. Good night.
I know his passive perception is so high, so I'm not even gonna try and shake. I'm just gonna lightly blow on Finnan's cheek, just like a.
I sit straight up.
Finn, whoa, holy shit. Finn.
What do you want?
It's your time for watch. It's your time for watch.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That was a
Yana
really weird way to wake someone up. I just need you to know, never again, please. I know, like that one time I woke you up and you got really mad at me, and I understand that this might be like recompense, but like
No.
lightly blowing on my face to wake me up is like vaguely erotic, and I did
Sorry.
not like it.
I know you're sensitive, so I was trying to do it gently. I will wake you much rougher next time.
Honestly, I would prefer like a slap than a light face blow. Like I think it only could have been weirder if you'd done it on my chest, and like that's like the line of like the
Okay.
most weird you could have gone.
Good to know. I think that line goes much further, but we won't continue that. Look, you're on watch with Yada, and I think she wants to talk to you about something, but she's kind of shy, so you might have to lead the charge on that. I don't know what it is, but gosh, I'm tired. Have a good watch. See what we can. That's what you do. Good night.
Right.
He goes down.
Hey, Yana, we're doing the whole watch thing together, eh?
Yeah, I'm never sure why they wake me up for this, but I will try my best. I'm gonna put my books and Wiggles over there, and I'm not,
Honestly, I feel like we're in a
gonna
locked.
watch.
I feel like we're in a locked forge with like a sacred hammer door, and like I don't even really know what we're on watch for. So like we can just chat if you want.
Okay.
Like again, I
But
hear
did say to Kokanee
everything.
that I would watch.
Oh, I just like
Okay,
point
well,
to the
yeah, you're
blank
very good at
stone
hearing.
slab
I'm
that is
gonna
the
watch
entrance
it.
to this room.
Do you even want to bother making perception checks?
Oh, I
Yana's
will.
gonna try.
Go for it.
I will say that Kokanee and Letters both talked the entire time of their watch. Made it very hard to sleep with my ears. Like I hear everything.
It's not 11, I think. Let me double check.
I cast guidance on you.
Oh, when you cast guidance on me, that's what is that gonna be, a D4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get that 15.
That's a 13.
Nice.
I also rolled a 13, so 23.
So yeah, Finnan, you also feel as it kind of gets later into your watch, you feel a few kind of tremors that kind of ripple through the earth, kind of clustered, and then there's some space, and then sort of clustered. But that's about it.
Getting a case of the rumblies.
Are you hungry? I think we have
No, I
food.
was making a pun. The ground is tremoring.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a little ominous,
Oh,
yeah.
wait. Wiggles would notice that, I think. Oh, what are his abilities? I think he would notice that. But anyway, you noticed, so it's fine. Oh, that's
I'm sure it's
That's
nothing.
concerning.
We are very deep in a mountain, and like just like what I learned from like tectonic plates and whatnot could just be like ambient movement. We did fuck around with a rather large lava flow, and like that might have shifted things around. So
yeah. We did put like an evil pair of pants into a lava flow.
oh no, I'm talking far
Oh, you're
more
talking about the other
recently,
time.
like
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
2 hours ago,
Yeah.
where we splashed around in lava.
Oh yeah.
Was there something? Was there something you wanted to chat about? Letters mentioned something in passing.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Like, no, I can't remember. Maybe there was something and I forgot. No, I don't forget anything.
Like-
Mm.
I know that we had like quite a recent like little 2-week getaway, but can we go to the beach sometime? Like just as a whole group. I would really love
love
just
to go to
like,
the beach.
yeah, I would love to not be stabbed for like a strong period of time. I feel like even during that 2-week break, I was trying to like do law in Dresda, and like a dude stabbed me. He got me in the calf, so it wasn't a big one, but like,
You were doing law in Dresda?
yeah, I was trying at it, you know.
I want to know more about it.
Well, you know,
I missed the whole Dresda thing. I went home.
Yeah, no, so did Adam. So this is just gonna be me making lore up. So
Movie magic.
So yeah, I
Mhm.
like, you know, we established a whole city and then like just expected it to kind of run. So I had a kind of a couple of people got together. I made one dude a warlock. I don't know if you were around for that. He's like now
I
friends with
remember that.
Relauven. Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
cool.
I wonder if there's a way for you to talk to Relauven. Like I could like try to do like a bi-link or some sort of thing. I wonder if Letters cast that spell where it like links all our brains up. If I could like conference call Relauven in, that would be quite fun. I feel like Relauven gets lonely. That's a lonely existence. He only gets to talk to me and then one other person now. which just like that's pretty dull. Anywho,
And
I
you're
was
like
making,
not always there to talk to, I guess, probably.
yeah, no, I usually call him,
Hmm.
which I feel bad about. I feel like he should be able to reach out to me and feel like that's a two-way street, you know? But yeah, dude stabbed me in the leg. It was quite rude. He was lying down at the time, so it was actually quite surprising.
I mean, where else would he stab you if he was lying down?
Well, I guess that's true. That's a very good point. Maybe in the
Again,
foot. Yeah.
I just wanted to say I'm pretty proud of you. What you
Oh.
said to Callie today was really, really nice. I think she needed to hear that.
Thanks. I worry she puts too much on herself, you know. I think I've started to kind of come at the approach of like, we deal with a lot of really fucked up shit, and like if you let it, it will destroy you internally. So I try to keep things light, you know. I just try to like, you know, water off a duck's back. It just keep rolling, because if I really stop and think about all the things we've been through, I would just not be able to continue. I would just stop, I would lay down, have a cry, and I would never stop. I would cry for the rest of my life. Like, I think about, there was a moment where Neppy, who is our boss and mom,
Yes.
fell into literally hell, and then Letters had to
Mhm.
use a magic spooky hand to slap her out of truly her doom. Like, I think about that. We just like kind of moved on. No one even talked about it. Like, we should definitely have like a group therapy session where we discuss our daily lives. Because we go through a lot of things that like I need to get off my
I think
chest.
You're right.
Right? Like, we've been through some fucked up shit. My brain was eaten. I feel like that is like pretty top on my list of like trauma. And we've never really been like, hey, our brains got eaten. Let's talk about it.
My soul
like,
came out of my body. At
Your
least
soul
twice.
got ripped physically out of your body. That's like, I read that in stories and didn't think it was real. And then I watched your little soul go,
Twice.
it was awful. And like, I go to sleep and I'm a light sleeper, so I see it all. It's all right under the eyelids. I'm blind, so
see through
everything's
your
under my
eyelids?
eyelids. Yeah,
Wait.
I see through
Okay.
I see through my
Okay.
goggles. I
Never
don't
mind.
actually
that's
really
crazy.
know the like mechanics of how I see, because I am functionally blind. And like,
Mm.
I like, remember when I wasn't blind
Yes.
and I could see, well, I still can see in the dark, but I could see in the dark really well and wasn't blind.
Yes.
When I closed my eyelids,
Mhm.
what your eyelids do, I realize, is create darkness for your eyes so that you don't see anything. But I saw this like red glow because I could still see the ambient light that was trapped between my eyelids and my iris, pupil. And that was just like very infuriating for a long time. And I just didn't realize it, where I was just staring into redness for all of eternity. Sorry, you've kind of untapped a keg and it's all come rushing out.
I mean,
There's a lot of,
you can cry if you want to, though. I
Not
think we
like-
should probably go to therapy, though. You're probably right.
yeah, I think like we should talk to Kamea and be like, hey, can we get like a kingdom covered therapy session?
Oh my
Like, can that fall within our insurance plan? Because like we've done some shit for her kingdom and I need to offload. Like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of developmental trauma going on up here now. And I'm 16, so I can't imagine what I'm going to be like in 10 years where I'm just like, I haven't processed any of it.
I forget sometimes how young you are.
Yeah, super young. It's hard to tell because of the beard.
It's like
Adam's
sometimes
face and
people
Finn's
forget how
face,
old
very
I am.
Yeah, no, it's we've been through quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Letters was a slave.
Mm.
Kokonie's dad killed him. We all have really fucked up baggage and it's heavy. I don't know. I
We
think
have each other, though.
yeah, but I think that might even like very insidiously be the problem, that because we have each other, we never really deal with it. Because we're all kind of relying on each other so much, and we know that we rely on everyone else, and so everyone else relies on us, that we can never, we always have to be strong for each other. And I think that, like, I think we just need to go to Wolverine, take a month off, and just like have a weekly therapy session as a group, and just like talk about the very, very, very fucked up things that we have both experienced, encountered, and seen. Remember that time we were in Dresda, formerly known as Bakal, and there was just a bunch of kokanees, just dead kokanees, and they were real. They were actual dead kokanees just littered about the place.
Yeah.
I remember that quite vividly. It's like a nightly thing.
Yeah. It's just
I feel like-
a bit.
I feel like I've made a real downer of this, and I'm sorry. I was hoping this watch would be light and fun, and I just like kind of rambled on about my deep embedded sadness. But yeah,
I'm glad you brought it up.
yeah. So am I. I actually feel really good. Do
Yeah.
you, same seas? Do you want to like just like honestly just like tap the tap and just let it run? Because like I feel quite cathartic. It's like it's out. It's done. I've talked about it. I can lead the therapy session now. I can't. I'm not qualified for that.
You are 16.
Yeah, no, I have not experienced like half the stuff you've experienced. So
Yeah, we should go to therapy.
yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I'm still figuring out who I am, I guess.
You're
Yeah,
saying
you
that
were-
to a 16-year-old.
Yeah. I know it's
That
not
actually makes me a little worried because like there's a bit of an age gap, correct?
funny. How old do you think I am, Finnan?
I don't want to bridge that. Like
Oh no, I
that's-
love this game.
no,
Come on.
like you know the diamond trap where it would like poison us.
no,
This is a
it's not
deadlier trap. This is a
Okay.
deadlier trap.
So let's start with this. I'm a gnome and we live for longer than humans.
I want to say 38.
No.
Is it older?
Yeah.
Is it double?
Almost.
53?
No.
You had to think about that.
No, I was thinking that was Jen thinking about how old Yana is now.
Up,
I know how old she was when she started the campaign. I just figured
up or down?
up.
50. I'm just gonna go 58 because I went 38. You 69? Because that'd be very funny.
I wish. No, I'm 61 now, I guess.
Well, you
Mm,
honestly
passed my
don't look
birthday a
it.
while ago.
Well, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
No, but you look at most 38. But like that concerns me because like you've had 61 years to figure it out, and that like 61 is like I'll be complaining about my knees and hopefully not doing this anymore. I really like if I'm still doing this at that age. Again, I'm a human, so it's like very different. But
Like 61 for me is like Kokanee, like just a little bit older than Kokanee.
right.
So I'm not that old, I guess. But I've also spent a lot of those years as a fugitive, literally not being myself. So
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah, being yourself is pretty important, eh? There
It
was a time that
pretty deadly for me for a long time. So
there was a
yeah.
time where I tried to be who I thought y'all wanted me to be. And then my brains got eaten out. And I think that part of my brain got, consumed because like I came back and I was just like, I just want to be me. I just want to be Finnan. I don't want to be the Finnan that is trying to be Tarn.
we like you better as Finnan, I think.
I hope so.
I do.
I'm glad. So how was home? You went home. I'll try to steer the conversation away from developmental trauma and get into some lighter
no, but we
things.
should definitely come back to that.
100%. Like let's circle back in like 2 weeks. Group therapy
On the
session
beach.
on the beach. Couple of sassy genassis in our hand. And then we can talk about, you know, how we've had our souls sold to the Matron of Vengeance. That's another pressing matter in my mind. When I sleep, I see her demon wings hovering above me, being like, "You belong to me," and that usually makes me wake with a start. But then I'm back to sleep pretty soon after that. Right, home. How was home?
Good. I hung out with my mom and my dad and Fulric, and Kat came over for dinner. Letters came over for
Fulric?
hello, and my uncle.
Oh.
Well, he's not really my uncle, but you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Letters was there for like a second, and then he ran away, and Kat stayed for dinner. It was nice.
That's nice. I've realized when you said my uncle, but not really my uncle, that this group has kind of created a strange and almost like worrisome family dynamic. Because like Neppy's obviously the mom, and like Kokanee hovers between like maybe dad, maybe uncle. Letters is like that uncle that comes around and you like put away your good china.
Kokanee's my son.
Oh, then what? Because I was gonna say like Callie is like the older sister. So you're like, because I've always seen you as like the cool aunt. Yeah, no, for sure. But if Kokanee's your son, that creates like a grandmother.
Nah, don't worry about it.
And I think
Probably both.
so. Like,
I'm old
So,
enough
like-
to be most of your grandmothers. So
yeah, no, I think yeah. I didn't meet any of my grandparents. I don't know if they're still alive.
maybe we'll find them someday.
On my mom's side, I hope maybe.
Hmm.
My dad's side, I don't really want anything with.
Hmm.
Maybe they're better. Maybe they're not like him.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to have like this paternal situation with Kokanee, because like he's like his whole father situation like pretty fucked up, and so I probably shouldn't put any weight in that basket, hey? But Neppy is definitely the mom. Like it's without a doubt, she's very maternal. She likes rules. She likes, what's the word she always use? Reverence. She loves reverence.
Mhm.
She's all about reverence. And my mom, she loved to revere. I just caught Sean's facial reaction to that.
My favorite one was M's facial reaction when you said, "I should be the therapist. I could lead the therapy session now."
This is the best thing about doing on-watch talks is no one else is allowed to say anything. I can say whatever I want. It's too much power. Right. Should we? I feel like if we should, when we wake the other two up, we should tell them about the tremors, because that's the responsible and adult thing to do. That we felt tremors in the ground, and that's something to look out for. Because like
That just makes sense.
maybe the other two just missed it and they just weren't very, they weren't just paying attention. 'Cause
They're
they were
probably too busy
talking
talking.
quite
Yeah.
a lot. They did have a really good idea though, but I won't fly it past you. I think it's better.
What's their
if-
really good
Pot
idea?
calling the kettle black. Oh, sorry, nightmare.
No, it's dumb. It's dumb. Just like trying to give Clack a win, That's one thing I picked up. Make him feel like a hero for a day. I think we could all use that. Do you have anything else you want to cathart?
I don't know. I really like my new pants. What do you think?
Oh, they are very, very fetching. They're very good.
Less spooky, but like still a little bit.
Little less spooky, but like they look like you could walk into like a business and take over immediately. You look like you're in command with those. Yeah. To be honest, you should just do that with the Blackwater Bar and Grill. Just hostile
No.
takeover.
No. He's got his own thing. Letters has to make money through his thing, and then I'll take over a business, and then we'll have enough money for many golems.
Right. Slowly take over the city of Wolverine and Dresda. That way we own 2 cities, I see. That's a very good plan. And that way I'm my dad's boss, and he can't tell me what to do ever again. No, you know what? No. We're going down a line. We don't want to go that way.
Brandon, are you?
Yeah.
This seems like a silly question, but are you okay?
No, I think we established I'm not,
We're
and I don't
not,
think
yeah,
any of us
okay.
are. Like, I think that's a
Mhm.
pretty well established fact now that like,
But, like-
none of us are okay.
Other than like a therapy session at some point, is there anything that I can do to make it better?
Oh no, we're getting by day by day. You know, I think like it's the back to backs where we're like saving the world and then like freeing slaves and then like saving the world again and then like we go down a money hole and like if we don't do something like a god ascends and then another god dies and that's our fault because we knew about the money hole and like for once I just wish it was someone else's problem. You know, I just wish there was like a B team we could call and be like, hey, you need to sort this, we're on the beach for a week. Should we get Clack to sort out a B team? Should the Gravel Boys be a B team? Should all the little pets form their own adventuring group and each of them cosplay as one of us? You know what? I have ideas this time of night and then none of them are good.
I
But some
I
of them are
think-
great.
Two things. I think one, someday it won't be our problem. We'll probably want to help, but there'll be someone else.
I
And
hope
two,
so.
we should probably go back to sleep for a little bit
Yeah,
and wake up
probably.
the other
I'm
guys.
pretty wired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. You gotta get some sleep and like hopefully no nightmares. Just
Well, that's never gonna happen until we have those therapy sessions.
okay.
Okay, who do you want to wake up?
The other guys?
Like no, but like which one?
Oh. I'll go wake up Callie.
Okay. Hey,
Means
Neppy,
you're waking up Neppy.
it's
Okay.
your watch. Wake up. Oi, Neppy.
I'm coming, Finnan.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, give
Okay,
me a moment.
I'm going to sleep. Okay, good night.
Kelly.
Yeah.
It's time for your watch. Also, Fannin felt some like tremors in the ground. He says it was nothing, but that sounds like not good. So watch out for that. I'm going to sleep. Bye,
Very
love you.
important clarification question.
Hmm.
Callie and I have technically had 8 hours at
Mhm,
this
yep.
point.
Yeah,
Great.
you've had your 8 hours.
Delightful.
Hell yeah.
Adam throwing shade about not mentioning it and then not mentioning it.
Yeah.
Get it? Gotta be consistent in my inconsistency.
He's so
Hello,
focused on the
Ren.
trauma.
So focused on the trauma. Gosh, my dear gosh.
You two can make perception checks whenever you like.
Perfect.
No, sorry. Hold on. I have
Um,
royally messed up my HP. Okay, we're good. I had 300 hit points there for a second.
I feel great.
I am unstoppable.
27 for my
Nice.
perception check.
Okay.
I got less than Neppy. I got an 18.
You do pick up on the tremors, and Neppy, you feel them quite kind of acutely. There are kind of like just a few during your watch. There's about 2 that seem to be clustered together early on, and then as you get later into your watch, there's maybe 2, 3 more.
Does it feel like footsteps? Does it feel like tunneling? Because I would have remembered what the tunneling was like when we were back in the Earth elemental plane.
It doesn't seem like tunneling as it's not sustained. It's kind of like a rumble, a rumble, a rumble.
Okay.
They're relatively even, but they're not kind of quick. They're sort of like, I would say maybe, 5 seconds each.
Okay. Did you feel that, Kelly?
Yeah. Yana told me to look out for it. And that's why I caught it.
Good. Well, something to keep an eye on, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you feel more grounded after your call with Kamea?
Yeah. Generally helps.
She's such a comfort for you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you have her.
Me too. Wish I could be with her more closer. I know I call her all the time, but I think I don't know.
No, I understand entirely. If my partner was not traveling with us, I would feel the same. Calling every chance I got, visiting, longing to be home, whatever that is.
Yeah, I just think, you know, like I don't know how it felt for you, but when we were in the Earth Elemental Plane and Kokanee got sent back home, and you were in the Earth Elemental Plane.
Yes,
That's what
I'll
it's
never
like.
forget that.
That's what it's like for Kamea every day. Every day that I'm not there, that's what it's like. And
It's
usually, I'm pretty sure, I'm usually very confident that she's safe. But she doesn't have that.
Your
For me.
worry is that she doesn't have you to protect her.
No, because she has Neba, so I'm pretty confident. I just don't know what I'd do if it was switched and I was at home and I didn't know where she was all the time. What she was doing, if she was safe.
She puts a lot of trust in you,
Yeah.
as
I've
we
got a
all
lot.
do.
Yeah,
I know what that's like too.
she's great.
She is. None like her.
No.
I had a thought as
Yeah.
I was waking. Part of me is very curious about this mining for Saracite that was happening here. The king, the one that Magron was talking about, was mining for Saracite.
Yeah.
I wonder if in some way, shape or form that has kept on in some way. When I saw Bilbo, your foster brother, mining, that was the only, of course I'm looking for answers, but part of me wonders if as a dwarf himself he has gone to somewhere as part of some conscription or signed himself up for that. Or if this is happening over in Wirangdun with all of the, the strife that happened hundreds and hundreds of years ago between Sirangdun and Wirangdun. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him for a really long time.
When was the last time you saw him?
Yeah. I tried to get him to come with me. I ran away the last home I was in because I was getting older, and it was really bad.
I remember you telling me.
But he didn't want to go, so I left him there. So I don't know. He was too scared to go. He's younger than me, so he was pretty young, and yeah, he didn't want to come. He was really sweet, really funny. He was really.
No, finish your thought. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, he's just very. He was really special. Him. Yeah. I don't.
Well, he seems like a very important person, and I think it's important we find him. Would you like me to try reaching out to him again?
Like sending?
Yes. I should probably save the higher level magics, such as scrying, for if we potentially face anything down here, but sending I can do quite easily, if you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I can
See if
try. Even
try
just to know where he is. Let him know that you are looking for him. All right. Well, you keep an eye out, and I'll try and reach out to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and cast sending to him.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
'Cause he-
Because I scryed on him the once, and then I tried sending right after, and it didn't go through.
Yeah, it didn't take because you don't know him. You've only seen him.
Right. Well, never hurts to try, right? Okay. Arcana. Okay. Okay. Dirty 20.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go through.
Okay. Looks like it's not strong enough for me yet. Tell you what. If before we sleep, the next time I have magics for it, I'll try and conserve some magic for it if I can, and I'll try and scry on him again. I think it's important we find him. And if the last little while has taught me anything, keeping those you love close is important now more than ever. You keep them close and you let them know every time how much you care about them.
Do you think he's involved with the Cersei?
I have no idea. It was certainly if he was, there was no clear indication of it in the scrying. And he's very much seemed like a worker, a miner, which was like a very different feel to that when I scryed on Volkith. I don't think the two are related, but I can't rule it out. So.
Oh my god. Sorry, Mish is sat on my headphone wire. Yeah.
Well, we keep trying, right?
We keep trying.
I'd reach over and just like use my sleeve and polish a little bit of the corner of her armor. You wear it very well.
I think it feels better than the armor I was wearing before.
Yes, it did chafe in some places. So.
Yeah, chafing's the worst.
The worst. Yes. No, I understand. I know what it's like. I feel the same way about the armor that I wore leaving Philenis. It's an ancient relic. It is the armor of the High Priestess. It is passed down from High Priestess to High Priestess, but it never felt like mine. This armor, the one that I'm wearing now from the White Dragon that we slew in Caradoc that first time we were there, this feels like mine.
Yeah, it feels like mine too. I've been thinking recently, I think I'm gonna try and change my oath.
Your oath?
I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have to.
What does that look like for you? Is it involve reaching out to the Wild Mother? Or
I think it's gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be easy. I don't think it's not as much as just being like, hey.
A casual
Like,
conversation with your goddess.
But I think my oath before was vengeance, and that's my oath still is vengeance. But the person that I wanted vengeance with is gone, and the people where my vengeance, like why it stemmed, they're free and they're safe. And I don't think I'm a very vengeful person. So I don't know if it fits anymore. So I think if I can change that, I'm thinking of figuring that out.
That is astounding. As someone who walks a path with a goddess, my path, the magics given to me were given to me. I didn't really get much choice in the matter. And I never ever questioned it. And I am so grateful for those gifts. And I can imagine the freedom and the sense of coming into your own that comes with being able to make this choice for yourself. For you, the person you are now, and what you choose to be the oath you carry with you. Because of course I know about tenets and scripture and the laws of her grace, but an oath, something that guides every movement of you. If there is anything that I can do to help you with that process, say the word and it's done.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.
If it involves you needing to reach out to the Wild Mother in a more ritualistic way, I can always lend some magic to that. I don't know if it'll work, but I can try.
Yeah, I think Maya might know some too.
Yes, of course.
So, but it's just something I'm thinking about.
I'm proud of you. That's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
Well, then this is your path now. Something to work toward.
Yeah. It's nice to have something. I think to usually have something to work towards and am working towards, but I think I made that decision of the oath I took when I was 18. Like, I don't think when I was 18, I wasn't the person that I am now, and I think Melora will probably understand that.
I think she will more than understand. I don't know about your relationship with your goddess, but generally I find they are supportive, encouraging, and at the end of the day just wish us to be happy, to worship them and follow them, but be happy.
Yeah, Melora is the best, I would say.
She certainly does wonders for you.
She does.
I always wonder if the gods interact. What do they think of each other? If I think about Nephthysket and Arathis, if they've ever had any interaction, or if I think about if Her Grace has ever had a conversation with Melora.
I think they do. I think they do all the time because there's so many people out here and of different gods and goddesses that they follow and they interact every day and they have different relationships. So I don't think they, like you and Kokanee, both clerics for your god. They know.
Yes.
There's a knowing. There has to be there because there's a knowing with Melora, with me and Kamea, and I know that we follow the same goddess, but she always makes it known that she's there. So I think maybe not they don't have interactions like you and me do, and maybe like they don't sit together around a breakfast table together, but I think through the strands of the people that they have down here, they do.
I never thought of it that way. That's a very nice vision to keep in my head. Perhaps I will ask her grace next time I talk to her. What do you think? Should we wake the others? It's probably time to get going, huh?
Yeah.
As you can see, everyone is slowly starting to wake up.
Oh, that was the longest rest I think we've ever had. Was that only 8 hours? Was I only out 8 hours?
It was
Oh.
12 letters. 12.
Oh,
When
well,
Tim
no,
spends a week prepping and then we just chat for an hour and a half.
God, it was so
Mage armor.
soothing. I was so soothing. Yeah, mage armor.
Yeah,
Mage
you
armor.
guys.
Mage armor.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was an
heavy.
hour and 14 minutes of just good long rest.
Does anyone feel heavy? Like, whoa.
That thing where
Everyone-
like I open my eyes and everything's just like way too bright.
Whoa.
Oh, you gotta like slowly open like one at a
Coming out of a
time.
movie theater in the daytime.
Did we all feel the tremors?
Yeah,
I did.
Right.
No.
Right.
I did not, but Finnan said he did.
Megran,
I
was there tremors in here when you were, before you were put in the crystal?
I suppose every once in a while there would be, but not terribly often.
Not like repeatedly through the night.
No, unless there was some kind of event in the Mother's Basin, but usually that was a special occasion, so.
Hey, Kleck.
Yeah.
We need your
Sorry,
help.
my morning voice.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I'm the same way. I'm the
Yeah,
same way.
yeah.
There's a job
Also,
that
can I just say it's been
Yeah.
really nice to be in a cave for a bit.
right?
Oh,
Like
Feels
back to
good.
basics. Am I
feels
right?
good.
On that note, there's actually a job that really only you can do. There's these spooky tremors. I'm not
Oh
even
yeah,
aware
I've
of them,
felt those all night.
right? Could
Kept
you
me
keep an
awake for
eye
a
out
bit.
for them? You think it just, if anything tickles your brain, like, oh, that's a big worm, or like, oh, that's mining. That's like, those are explosives. Like,
Yeah, no, it sounded like shifting or something, like not quite, maybe footsteps, big, if they are, they're big, sort of shifting, and then there was like I don't know, there was a smaller tremor after the tremor, like a lot of little small tremors.
Like
Okay.
aftershocks.
Almost, or like as if something was falling down, like it would be like almost like after a rock slide when all the pebbles fell down. Sorry. Oh, morning.
Clack, are you becoming a man?
Finn and I am a man.
I'm kidding. It's a funny human physiological joke that during a certain time in a human's life, their voice starts going like that, and I was making a little.
Man, humans are weird.
yeah, that's
they really
so
are.
weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. But
Weird.
Kokanee,
yeah,
did that happen to you?
Yeah, at some point.
Did your voice go deep? You weren't. Oh man, I
Like-
guess children are a new
You-
concept for letters.
You've met
my
a
voice-
child, right? Like you've met Jar.
You've met-
Her voice
yeah,
is.
I've lived
Her
in
voice
this
is
city for a year and a
higher.
half.
Sean,
pets
letters-
always have this sort of deep voice.
letters, you know that I wasn't always this tall, right?
Well, no shit. That's bad role play. He knows what children are.
Letters, you know that I'm going to get taller, right?
You never stop growing.
No, I do, but I'm 16, so I've got a couple of years left.
I'm gonna get taller too.
Yeah,
I don't
me too.
understand how biology works. I
Me
get old
not.
until I turn to dust.
Not getting any taller. This is it for me. I'm as
Oh,
tall as I'm
thank-
going to be.
Oh, little blessings. You know what I'm saying?
A
Like, oh my God.
constant. Yes.
So okay, are we going to that? We got three options. We knocking down the queen's door. I'm ready for that. I got all my cave spells today. We I forget the other two options. You know where I vote.
I think we should go back down the workshop tunnel and then take the pathway down. That is probably the best place to start if we're going to look for the hammer that Magrin needs, because that's where it was. It may not be there before, but Kokani and I were discussing magic that we could both prepare today, and I think we've got the magic between us to find the object if we are within 1,000 feet of it.
Hammer tunnel. All in favor?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Hammer
Can I go
time.
back to the tremors real quick? Does that mean there was a rock, like another rock slide, and they're like trying to trap us in somewhere?
I really think it might have been to do with the magma that we were fucking around with.
Okay.
I don't know. I had a hard time pinpointing where it was coming from. It
But-
felt like it was below, but I'm not exactly sure where.
Like in
Like
the,
if-
the chamber that we fucked around in.
It didn't feel like it was right below us, but maybe. I don't. It was hard to tell.
If you feel anything at all, Clack, stop us immediately, whatever we're doing. Because really, you are the best sense with that. You are probably one of the only people who can, between all of us, who can truly know
Like a
what
rock
that is.
star.
Yeah. You
You're
are
our
a
rock
rock
star.
star.
I do know a lot about rocks. Sort of my thing. And they're delicious too.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love that.
I
Oh,
really
my
want
legs are
Clack
so
Iron
stiff.
Chef.
So you head out and through the main.
Does Magrin stay behind?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
she decides to stay back. She feels pretty safe here, and
I leave her with
Like-
provisions just in
yeah,
case.
and you can see she's kind of starting to sort through the material that you brought, and laying out all the sort of golem pieces along with the adamantine. All right, so you head over towards the smelting chamber. You make your way back through that tunnel, knowing you've now crossed it enough times that you know it very well, and you know where to jump and things like that.
Oh, guys, look, a diamond.
Oh, I'll go get it.
Guys, you can't make that joke. Now you have to roll.
There aren't any diamonds left. You
we
all.
trapped them all.
They all
Yeah.
already tricked
All of them
us.
were triggered.
Yeah,
because
you-
we were
you
all
triggered
being
them all.
shitty.
And you find your way to kind of the edge of the ramp that goes downwards. Goes down for about, looks like maybe 40 feet, and then starts to curve a little bit, and then you can't see beyond that.
Well, once more into the breach.
Once more, wizard watch.
Guidance
Guidance.
to letters.
Just spooky.
Oh, that's a natty 20. So like,
Heyo.
fucking 30. Give me it.
16.
Tell me everything.
All right, so you head down and kind of around the corner. The tunnel is kind of smooth worked stone. You can see kind of like ornate designs along the walls leading down to large metal double doors. You can see they are slightly ajar. And you can see like from your investigation, it doesn't appear to be trapped. You can feel like there is a pretty immense heat kind of coming through the door, and there is a bit of light as well. As you can see, like you can kind of make out the edge of what looks like a very, very large cauldron. And from where you're standing, you can kind of see the edge of the cauldron, and then up kind of one side of the wall. And it looks like there's like a small tube that comes out of the wall over that looks to maybe hang over the lip of it.
So stuff comes out of the tube, goes into the cauldron.
And you can
Goes into my
like
mouth.
you can hear kind of creaking of metal, and like that's corresponding with kind of like waves of heat that are emanating out.
Like someone's, because like I'm thinking back to the bellows in the Moradin room in the Tomb of the Raven Queen.
Similar kind of vibe of like similar kind of tempo of heat.
Oh, this is the smelt, right? We're in the smelt. Something
Yes,
gets hot. Thing
whole
goes
of-
down.
the whole of creation is apparently right behind this, but there may be somebody working in there. So we should probably prepare to go in under fire. But do we want to? We probably should start with this first. Do we want to try diplomacy, or are we going in literal guns a blazing?
I think this is a good question because I think we should decide either guns a-blazing or like full diplomacy as much as we can, because this like us going in and trying a little bit of diplomacy and then losing the element of surprise and then starting a fight isn't working for us a ton.
This is true.
Tell you what, I'm feeling generous this morning.
Okay.
I say we go full diplomacy. Yana?
We should do the brain thing for once.
Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, shit. That was the one thing. I was so sleepy. I thought about it at night, but I was so sleepy when I woke up. All right, give me an hour. No, 11 minutes. Wait, does it last an hour? Yeah, it might last an hour. It can take an hour to cast. I was supposed to do it over breakfast, you guys. Oh, no. How embarrassing.
We're like right outside the door, essentially,
No,
right?
it lasts an hour. It takes 11 minutes.
Is there a door? Is it locked?
No, the door
it's
is ajar.
open.
You can kind
Okay.
of see inside.
Great. What good news. I'm not going to lose a hand today.
Let's just go up and
I
like.
wouldn't say that just yet.
Don't care now.
Let's just hang out in the workshop or one of the untrapped places. Let's hang out in the room with all the chopped off hands while I cast this.
Do you want me to scout ahead with super sneakiness?
No, let's have brain conversations first,
Right.
and then we go. So we find a safe place.
You just back around the bend a little bit.
Just back around the bend a little bit.
You kind of head back up the tunnel a little way.
Now we can talk in each other's brains. Hey, it's me. I'm Letters, and I'm in your brains.
Hey, Relauven,
Yes.
I'm gonna try to patch you in. Can I bring Relauven into the telepathic?
No, because I didn't cast the spell on him.
Yeah, but he's a voice in my head, and if my head voice is in the spell,
Is he a willing creature? Well, Tim, you tell me, because it says a telepathic link among 8 willing creatures of my choice within range.
Yeah, he's not patched in. Finnan,
He is not in the Zoom call.
also, I wanted you to know I can reach out to you.
okay.
It does go both ways. I'm still, this is all very new to me. So I'm figuring out what exactly my limitations are.
I see.
But I am always happy to talk. And if you can, the more Sarasite you find, I can feel my consciousness growing and expanding.
Do you want me to be holding on to the Sarasite so it's like all gathered together, or do you want me to be like giving it to people like I did with that guy in Dresda, like making more people be able to communicate with you?
I suppose I would only give it out to those you trust.
Of course. How is Gershwin, by the way?
Gershwin?
Yeah, the dude I gave the ring to was his name. His name was
his
Gershwin.
name was Mako.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of someone else.
Close.
That I gave a ring to them. Guys, to be honest, I just made a name up on the fly.
Gershwin was that really nice bard we met in Dresda.
Right, yeah, no,
really could play the piano.
The one who ended
Mako
up
is-
stabbing Finnan?
He could really tickle those keys. Yeah, he did stab me in the leg though. What a bit of a dick. Right, Mako, you said?
Mako, he is
Yeah,
well.
how is Mako? Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes,
He
he
hasn't been
is.
stabbed in the leg yet, has he?
Once, actually, yes.
Fuck, Dresda is a leg stabby central place.
He is eager. He is excited, but he
I'm glad.
is a bit reckless.
I mean, Ralal, when you picked me first, and like the bar for recklessness, is he more reckless than me?
Sometimes, yes.
Wow, we're gonna have to have a chat with him because that's dangerous. Like,
I think he's unused to the power that he now wields.
I mean, if he's more reckless than me, I'm just like worried for people around him.
I believe he'll get there.
I hope so.
Smelt.
Right, we need to
Smelt.
sneak into a room.
Smelt.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks,
Smelt.
the talk.
Go.
Smelt.
Let's go.
Do you want me to sneak into the room, guys?
I think we just go in friendly, like, or we're
Yeah.
trying diplomacy.
All right, we're trying diplomacy. Let's do it.
And then we can do
Diplomacy.
the brain thing when it's not
Thinking.
diplomacy.
Finnan, you're a pretty
Yeah.
diplomatic fellow when you want to be. Do you want to lead the charge on this?
Yep, sure.
Okay, let's have a code word for if we feel like it's gotten out of hand. It's time to
We
stop.
can
doing
talk in
diplomacy.
each other's brains.
Yeah, what's the brain code word?
Gershwin.
We don't
Bad.
need a
It's
code
going
word. No one
bad.
else can hear
No
our
more
brains.
diplomacy.
That's the
That
whole
is, you're
point.
so fun. You're no fun. Gershwin?
Gershwin.
Finnan, okay, Finnan, when you
Oh
feel
my
like it's
God.
time to go, say Gershwin.
I will do that. Well, I won't say
We
it.
could
I'll think
just
it.
do that with our words.
Gershwin is a word, actually. I checked.
Look,
It's
it's
true.
11. It's a proper noun. Okay, fucking go
You go.
diplomacy.
Okay, so you head through. You kind of open the door, and you can see inside this room there are 3 massive cauldrons. You can see they are somewhat like on the lip of each one. You can see what looks like kind of hardened metals. One kind of has a goldish color. One has sort of a silverish color. And the other kind of has like a coppery color. And you can see that like beneath them, they all kind of, there's like trenches that laid into the ground that kind of all converge into a pipe. And you can see there is like hot metal, like liquid metal that's being funneled somewhere that goes into the wall. It's a fairly smallish trench. It's not terribly large, but it's fairly wide. And you can see there are 2 huge golems. They like, you can see their kind of metallic plates are spattered with different kind of hardened metals. As you see, one of them is like pressing on a large, like working a huge bellows. There seems to be some kind of hearth set into the wall that is like feeding almost like heating plates underneath these cauldrons. As you can see them kind of bubbling away, the heat is just like pouring out of them. And you see one of them is like kind of standing, holding a handle next to the copper cauldron. As it looks quite full, you can see like he's kind of like starting to sort of tip it over as you see just like just this like huge river of liquid copper just pour into the trench and down below as he kind of pushes it back up.
It's not-
Sorry, you go.
Oh, thank you. It's not hardened or into anything. It's just like being funneled into pipes.
It's being funneled into pipes at the
Okay.
moment.
Into
Into a large trench. You can see
Into a
there's pipes
trench.
above the cauldrons from the
Right.
wall.
in the mental Zoom call, I'm gonna be like, "Are we trying diplomacy with the golems? Because like they're golems."
I think it's either walk past, like, hey, we belong here. I've got a clipboard and a vest, or we take the first strike.
I got
You
seeming
can-
so that we all look like dwarves.
You can all see kind of piled in the corner. There's a number of like blackened cages as well. And you can see one of them has what appears to be kind of one of the larger draconic creatures inside of it. And it seems to be coated in gold.
They
It's like-
killing people.
Is it alive?
It's frozen, like
no, I
it's
think
hardened.
I think it's Prince Viserys in end of season 1 of Game of Thrones. Yeah, I seeming so that we all look like
spoilers,
dwarves. for a season that aired what 10 years
It
ago.
was a pretty minor spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of all the
Um,
things
So we
to
all look like
spoil in
dwarves
that
now?
show.
Yes.
We look like
Yeah,
dwarves
we
now.
all
Like
look like
dwarves or
now.
Duragar?
He said
You
You
dwarves.
said dwarves.
I did say dwarves.
I mean, I would allow you to, if you meant
If
Duragar.
like given because I'm like Finnan is very perceptive.
Yeah.
Does this look like who does it look like is running the show here? Or like from what I've gathered, like has this city had dwarves in it for any amount of time?
Like not for it doesn't.
Yeah, so Magrin
seem like
was-
for a very long time.
Yeah, Magrin was a dwarf, but she was a dwarf a long time ago. So it would be he would do Durgar. He's not a dummy.
Yeah. So you all kind of
Oh,
look like
yeah.
Duragar.
This looks great. Shall we just walk on by? We don't
You
need
see
to fight these
the-
guys. They're doing good work.
The golems' heads kind of turn as you walk by. They kind of like,
In the mind net, I go, does anyone speak Dwarvish?
Nope.
They speak Undercommon. I
What
say
about
in the
Undercommon?
I say in the head they speak Undercommon.
What about that? Does anyone
The
speak
top
that?
of the morning. I say aloud.
In
Nick?
Undercommon?
Yeah, I speak
Oh.
Undercommon, so I can talk to Volcath.
make a deception check.
It is a good morning. I don't see why this is deception.
Not for them.
Does it get advantage for the seeming?
No, because they just wouldn't believe you if you didn't look like
That's
you
fair.
were.
That's fair. That would be an instant fail.
Okay. It's an 11.
You see the one kind of pressing the bellows kind of stops, like,
Fuck.
as they sort of like square over.
Copper, huh? Love that. Anyways, we're just heading on through as you were.
In my mind, I go, letters, I'm going to give you a sentence. Please repeat it 3 times in Undercommon. And I'm going to say in the mind chat, everything is fine. Go back to work.
Everything is fine. Go back to work. Everything is fine. Go back to work. Everything's fine. Go back to work.
And then I'm going to try to mimic the like phonetics of that sentence that he said in Undercommon. Everything is fine. Go back to work out loud as a dwarf.
I think he said it out loud.
He for sure.
Yeah, he said
Did
it
you
out
say it
loud.
out loud, or did you say it?
I misunderstood what you were asking me to do.
Finn is just like.
As you see, they're just standing there. You can also see like there does look to be another door just past the copper cauldron, somewhat like probably about 5 feet away from that golem.
In our heads, I'm gonna say, should we be worried about the dragon covered in gold? Are they turning people into gold?
I mean, I think so, and I think yes, that we should be worried.
Should be worried about being gilded.
We need to move.
We need to keep walking. Walk through like we own the place. Walk through like the way you see me walk through the place, the Filenis, like you
What?
own the place.
Letters, can you
Letters.
go walk up and knock on that door and let us through?
Letters.
Yeah,
How do you
absolutely.
say carry on in Undercommon, but don't say it out loud.
Oh,
Say
you
it-
say,
Let's go. Let's go. Wrap it up,
I'm
guys.
walking up to the door,
we go.
and
Okay,
I
so you
say
head
out
over
loud,
to the door.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
if you'll excuse me, why don't y'all wait here a moment, just in case they try to attack. Oh, we're just gonna try the door. I'm not gonna cast knock on it.
Kelly's
They're
just
all back. It's just me.
Kelly's just gonna grab Neppy's hand. Just hold Neppy's hand.
We're holding hands just cause.
Just
As I'm
slightly.
walking
Just
over
slightly.
it, if anyone has a better idea, now's the time.
I am
I
going to,
open the door.
as he does this,
Oh,
cast
gosh.
silent image of a dragon, like one of the half dragons, walking past the door that we just came in from. But like
Oh, good
walking past it,
idea.
running past it. I'm gonna create an illusion of it, like, and it stops, looks into the door at the golems, and then runs.
Because so 2 things happen at the same time.
Oh fuck.
This door is trapped.
So as that runs by, you see they both kind of like, and their heads sort of turn, and you see the one by the copper cauldron start to move around, kind of going towards it as they are making their way to the door. As you turn the handle of the door, you hear kind of like there's almost like a tension. There's like a tension in the door as you're turning it, and then you hear a snap. As you look down, you can see kind of like a puff of almost like ash kind of come out of the ground as you see there is a wire there. As you turn around, you see the wire snaps and something hits the bottom of the cauldron, like the part that holds it above the plate. And you can see the metal has been weakened as it starts to I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no! I'm
Oh.
sick. Thanks
Well-
for being different.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Neppy definitely gets my +4 because we're holding hands.
You all get it. I believe you're all there.
Everyone but letters rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
Neppy, have you ever wanted to be gold together?
Never. Never.
Might happen.
Golden girls.
Oh, I have
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck diplomacy. Fuck sneaking. Fuck diplomacy. Moving forward.
What have we learned?
No,
we
because
kill all our problems.
because the other
Just need to
option is
get
we just
power
run
out of
around. We just run around shooting people all the time, and we end up being the bad guys. And
It's making Callie sad, guys. She doesn't want to kill everyone.
it makes Callie sad. Letters. We have to get hit.
we could have
first.
killed these guys. They're like fucking non-sentient. We're basically breaking people's Roombas.
We have to.
Like,
What's everyone's deck saves?
What's everyone's deck save?
like
22.
26.
26, 22,
Dirty 20.
30, 20,
21.
21,
I
7.
don't wanna-
7. Callie?
I don't want to tell you. What if I just don't tell you? What do you think it is,
I
Tim?
guess
You don't
you're gonna
get to
take
know.
full damage.
It's a 10. It's a 10.
Okay, so Neppy and Callie will take full damage. Everyone else will take half damage.
I mean, it
as
makes
Oh
sense
my
that
God.
because we were
A-
holding hands, we take full damage.
river, like quite a bit of molten copper spills out and like slams into you. Feel not only the weight of this metal, but the searing heat. And you take 41 points of fire damage.
Oof.
Those of you who
Which
succeeded take half.
Nephew reduces because
You
she's
have 'cause I'm resistant.
trifling. So
Callie
the
doesn't.
only person who takes that full on face is Callie.
41, you said?
41 points of fire
So
damage.
21 for me or 20?
20.
20.
20? Okay.
Tim, I know it's a lost cause. Does the door open?
The door, like you could like it's still jammed. You can see that the golems are still like they are just in the hallway now. You have enough time if like essentially if you want to try to pick the lock before it
Fuck
looks
that.
like
I'll knock it.
back in.
I'll
Okay.
knock it real quick.
Okay, you knock it, and you hear kind of a click, and it opens up.
Clumsy me. Oh, just
Because you
another
can see the
day.
golems have turned around now with the broken vat as they start to move back towards.
Whoa, you guys will clean that up, right? It's just me, Gershwin the Duriger.
So you all head into the next chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you head into the next chamber, and you find.
Do they like bang on the door once we're inside? Like, are they pissed?
Oh yeah, you can hear the like as they're kind of moving the like rolling of the cauldron. Sorry, I think I froze there. You can hear the like rolling of the cauldron as they like. You can hear them banging on the door, but the door itself is not big enough for them to actually fit through.
Oh, that's great
Thank
news.
God.
We love to hear it.
So
Do we have to go back that way? Because that might be problematic.
We don't know. Maybe not.
you
I
find
fucking hope not.
Finn, and the
Hey, look
answer could be no. So we can worry about that later.
as you walk into this chamber, you see a beautifully decorated chamber. You see a number of what look like silver, maybe platinum statues.
Oh
And you can see a few of them kind of up on a shelf, look almost like a gem encrusted dragon. And a number of others kind of all kind of scattered throughout the room in this kind of like almost like a hall kind of arrangement. You can see they look very, very realistic. Their faces are kind of a picture of pain, some of them in horribly twisted poses. There are several kobolds, a familiar looking dwarf, a human man, a tall, elegant, kind of elvish man, what looks like maybe a triton, a young woman who looks to be in robes, priestess robes. And then beyond that, you can see an elegant bed with red satin sheets and what looks like a large kind of hookah pipe. And a number of robes kind of hanging on the edge of a chest, a large like chest of drawers. And on kind of across from there, like almost directly at the end of this chamber. It's probably about 25 feet long and maybe about 20 feet wide. You can see a huge platinum relief that is studded with beautiful gemstones, rubies, sapphires, amethysts, emeralds, and even what look like maybe some diamonds. And in the dragon's mouth, this platinum dragon relief that's in the wall, it's kind of a large disc. And then the dragon is kind of lifted out of that. You can see the dragon is holding a large golden coin in its mouth.
The familiar looking dwarf, does it look like the illusion that I made for Magrin?
Make a history check.
16.
Does not look like Magrin, but as you kind of like something at it sort of nags at you, but I don't know if you've met this person. Something does look very familiar as you're kind of struggling to put your finger on it. Does anyone else want to make?
I'll take a look. I'm proficient in history.
Can I
You can feel it's on the tip of your tongue.
24.
Looks like Erkin. You didn't recognize right away because the face is just a picture of horrible pain. And then you realize it looks like Erkin. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh. Okay, I'm horrified, but just super quick before we take our break, we have our one shot on Wednesday, which is us playing an RPG called Cathedral, and we are so excited about it. So we're going to roll a little tiny sort of intro teaser about it right now before our break. So see you guys after the break. Enjoy.
Bye, babies.
Bye.
Hey folks, Emma here. So, do you experience lore panic. You know, that deep, dark, sinking feeling that your DM or campaign notes are missing and disorganized, that you've forgotten an important plot point and it's going to send your life into a swirling void of angst and regret. Well, if you're like me, then you'll be happy to know that Blackwater is here to help. Yes, you, little lore keeper. We're really proud to announce our partnership with Silverwing Armory. Silverwing Armory is a Canadian company that specializes in gaming goodies, RPG resources, and nerdy necessities to help plan your campaign. My personal favorite are their campaign notebooks. Each of these beautifully designed books is handmade and crafted, showcasing original designs by the creator herself. There's enough that they'll match perfectly with wherever and whenever your game is set. They're also fully customizable, with different types of paper, dotted, lined, or graph, whatever works best for you. Finally, they're system agnostic, so no matter what game you run, from D&D to Call of Cthulhu, your lore is kept safe and organized however you like it. Head on over to their Instagram and website at Silverwing Armory and use our promo code Blackwater for 10% off at checkout. It supports this amazing Canadian business and helps support our stream and the story we keep telling week after week. So you get less of this and more of this. Silverwing Armory, for the lore keeper and all of us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favorite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
We're back, baby.
God dang.
We're back.
We're back.
I need to know the map behind you. Does that have Penisula on it?
No.
Damn.
Oh my God, Adam.
I feel we double down that in the world there are no peninsulas. There's only Penisula.
No, this is the map of Wolfar. So the
Which would have many peninsulas.
So many Penisulas.
Is not on there.
That is
Oh,
my
you're such
favorite.
trash. You're such trash. It was just going to be unspoken and funny, and then you just said it. So.
Penisula.
All right. So, you, what would you like to do in this chamber?
Check for traps. Check for traps.
Be vaguely
I want-
disgusted and super sad.
I wanna. Can I look at all the people that are gold? I wanna
Yeah.
look at all of them and see if I recognize anyone else.
That is going to be a just a straight wizard watch. That's going to be a 16.
Sorry, I missed it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Callie, make a history check to see if you recognize anyone.
Okay, this number is gonna be out of this world, guys. Get ready.
Oh, we're so ready.
Super ready.
Me and Callie are really good at history. 7.
7. It's tough to tell. Their faces are all kind of horrible anguish.
So you said there was a familiar dwarf, a tall elvish man, a triton, and a young woman in priestess robes,
Yep, and a human man as well,
and a human man.
and several kobolds.
This might be a bad decision, but it's like if I touch them, do they just feel like statues?
Yeah, they're kind of cool to the touch.
Is Erkin made of platinum?
They all seem to be made out of platinum.
Do we think that this was like Task's inner circle of people who sacrificed themselves with him when he
I think this
rose?
might have been his ascendancy, and this
Yes.
they just got more than they bargained for.
Or maybe this is exactly what they bargained for.
I pointed
Depending on
Erkin's
what.
face, and I'm like,
But if you think about it, what the Duragar with the runes all over his head was saying, that if in death they would be brought back, is eternal wealth, and Task would be able to breathe life back into them again in the world, and they would be rich. Maybe this is the death, and then they are back in the world.
To be fair, no matter how into it you are, it's probably pretty uncomfortable to be killed by hot platinum.
I also worry that maybe breathing life back into you and making you eternally wealthy, and I point to the platinum. That's being pretty wealthy. Your literal wealth could be a little subclause that no one saw coming.
Perhaps.
Could be.
Can I, if Callie's starting at one end of the group, can I start at the other end and start taking a look through the people?
You can make a history check. With your investigation check letters, you don't find any traps. you can tell the relief, like kind of by looking at it, you can see there is sort of a seam around the outside. It may move. You don't see any mechanical traps, but you're not kind of sure beyond that.
I would. All right. I don't see any traps. I think this moves. I relay that to everybody. And then I would like to, while everyone's like looking at stuff and being horrified by these, macabre statues, I would love to just familiarize myself with this room to the point, as much as possible, until one might say that I'm very familiar with it, if that's possible in the time.
Yeah, you can try. Sure.
I would just love to really take it in, just think about what things it brings up in me, and associate it with maybe smells or mimetic devices. I just want to become really familiar with this room, Tim, if that's possible.
Somewhere deep in Neppy's subconscious, she just grabs onto the bag of holding. Just
you would
ever
know.
so
You would know it would take you some time to really familiarize yourself with this room.
I will do what I can in the time provided.
Perfect. Okay, great.
This is going over my head. I don't know what's happening.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Your history check.
The joke.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see that the priestess appears to be wearing robes of Avandra. You can kind of see sort of pressed against the outside of her robes. You can see what looks like the holy symbol of Avandra. And the face looks somewhat familiar. It's you're having kind of a hard time placing it, but you feel like you maybe saw her during the Gods Brawl as part of the entourage with the other.
So recently, a day or two before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I saw this woman of the pantheon at the Gods Brawls. Alive. Very much so. So either they were smelted days ago or they are risen.
Huh.
Not to be rude, but I like the first option better.
Yes.
Both are
Both
different sorts of worrying.
Both are different problems. And that's the only one of them that are familiar to me?
Yes. Yeah.
Avandra being the goddess of chance and luck and change. It's not surprising a priestess of Avandra would be, or a priest of Avandra would be associated with wealth of some kind. But I don't know any of the other ones. No iconography on any of them or anything like that, Tim?
No, not really. Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah.
After I'm done looking at those, can I go take a peek at the relief?
Sure. Yeah. Can make
Tim,
an
what's the weight of these statues? They feel tink tink. Are they hollow?
They feel pretty solid.
Are they stuck to the ground? Do they got any lean to them?
You can move them. Yeah, they can be moved. You can
heavy.
They feel relatively heavy. Yeah. But they do make a perception check as you kind of give one a knock.
So
yeah, it's a 6. Pretty statue.
You kind of rock it around. It you can tell that it's not fully solid. It doesn't seem like it's fully solid, but it's hard to tell.
Is there a rattle?
Which one do you rock?
Oh,
what a question.
I'm gonna rock that Triton.
Yeah, there's you hear a very subtle. Sounds like a bit of a rattle.
Okay, yeah, definitely skeletons and Yana.
Yeah?
Do you want to make some skeletons come alive? Because we've got skeletons and gold and armor. Look, I don't know how this works, but I feel like it's a once in a lifetime chance for a necromancer.
I don't know if I have that spell.
Okay, sorry.
I do.
I don't know what this will do for us. It's just morbid curiosity.
Like usually the bones just find a way to rearrange themselves. It's not like the actual person's bones. They just like repurpose themselves. I don't know if the bones could get through the gold though, so it would probably just be I guess this would be like Yana like making an Arcana check, but my guess is that like
You have
they
to
would
be
be
able to
stuck
see the
inside them.
bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be able to.
Okay.
You're probably right.
Forget about it. Neppy, you were looking at the thing. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
If Neppy is going to,
Oh, it's just a pile of bones within range.
No.
Like it would probably just be like stuck inside the gold.
Yeah,
That's
they're
my
not
guess.
terribly strong.
if Neppy is going over to the relief, Callie's just gonna be there as some little backup, so she's just like not at this relief alone.
Okay.
Just my body is there with her.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna take a look. I'm not gonna touch anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at the gold coin in its mouth.
Okay.
I'm very curious about. So it's the relief of task.
Yeah. And you can see the coin in its mouth also appears to have a dragon on it.
Same dragon or different dragon?
It seems to be like, as opposed to like the sort of full body, it seems to be just the head.
Just the head. Any other? Is it the relief tell a story? Is it like?
It seems to just be like a beautifully like designed kind of image of task that's been like kind of set into this large platinum disc. You can make an investigation check.
Guidance. Ooh, okay. That's not bad. Where's my book? Investigation. It's going to be an 18.
Okay. You can see there are kind of scratch
Oh,
marks.
sorry, 19.
Yeah, you can see there's kind of scratch marks on the floor that seem to indicate that it does open, kind of swing open. But beyond that, you're like, it's kind of dizzying how many gems have been kind of pressed into this thing. It's wild. Like there are small gems, there are larger gems, but it is just like, it's unbelievable. It's like, it's hard to focus.
Am I able to discern like how much of this is diamonds?
With a 19, you would say there's maybe 6, maybe 7. It's like just from your kind of scan of various sizes, it's hard to say exactly how much monetary value they would have unless you had them all kind of collected in one place.
Perhaps somebody with better sense of how things like this work could come take a look at this. It seems to the floor scuffings here seem to indicate that this opens, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I was thinking about that while I was familiarizing myself with the place.
I can look through it.
Fuck, that's so handy. Yeah,
Yes.
do that.
Take a look.
Okay.
I get right up against it.
Don't do that.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to cast resistance on him as he walks up towards it.
Okay.
I press my full body up agast it.
You press your body against it?
Body.
Yeah, just to see as far through it as possible. It's what I always do.
Yeah, you kind of press your body against it. You can see through. It's relatively thick, maybe 5 feet or so, and then it seems to go into a kind of a spiral staircase downwards.
Can I see any mechanism that would like trick it to open it?
It doesn't seem to have any mechanical mechanism. As you're this close, I'll have you make a perception check.
It's a natural 20, so 40.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that 30.
You see as you're like sort of like very pressed up, kind of very close, and then as you start to pull away, you see like a very thin line of lettering just like just between kind of cracks of gems. It kind of threads its way through, and it appears to be in Sylvan.
I think that's one of the languages I speak.
I speak Sylvan too.
That's right, Kelly does.
Kelly speaks Sylvan.
Letters
It
doesn't.
is.
Like I never even learned Sylvan. I'm
So
not
you
from.
you
I
see
don't
it
know
and
if
you
the Feywild
recognize
even
it
is.
says one of these things is not like the other.
Is it not like the other?
Whack!
I'm gonna stand back and look at the relief and see which one stands out as being different.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I'm gonna put my hand on Finnan. Whatever you're doing, have the grace of her goddess, of my goddess. Go ahead.
Ah, I don't have any grace apparently. 19 plus perception, right?
Mhm.
29.
Okay. The thing that kind of jumps out to you, because you are like, you can see one of the amethysts is a slightly different kind of shape, and it's more reminiscent of Ceresite. It kind of jumps out to you as odd, as like you've spent quite a bit of time around Ceresite at this point, and you've handled a fair amount now. You can see that one of the amethysts look like it might be Ceresite.
I'm gonna lay my hand on the possibly Ceresite.
Yeah, you kind of feel it. Feels like kind of a cut gemstone.
A press.
Doesn't seem to give at all.
I'm gonna pull.
Stuck in there pretty good.
Well, I'm out of ideas. This one right here,
Finnan.
it looks different, and the writing says one of these things is not like the other. But
Finnan, haven't you been talking about that Ceresite is a conduit of magic?
yeah, most definitely.
Well, if it's not pushing or pulling, perhaps it is magic you have to put into it.
Right. I'm gonna use I'm gonna summon the staff of Lauvin, and I'm gonna use charges from my staff to cast mirror image, but into the Ceresite.
So as you do that, you can see the Ceresite kind of pulses and like lights up as you see the whole thing sort of starts to and like shift and then start to slide.
And this is why you're the boss. Do, do, do.
I am not the boss, Finnan. Not.
You know, the more you get defensive about that, the funnier it is to say that you are in fact.
Finnan, it's
the
funny
boss.
to you that I'm the boss?
No, it's funny that you're really, really in denial about the fact that you are most definitely the boss.
This is a conversation for another time. Let's go in,
At a
or
certain
whatever we're
point,
doing.
you'll be paying our wages.
No, I'll be doing that, Finnan. Hey, before we leave, tell me about these robes. Did you say there were robes in here?
Yeah.
Tell me
you
about
had
these robes.
You find a number of like beautiful satin robes. There's like purple, mostly in kind of purples and reds, but they are like well made. They look to be for kind of humanoid shaped creature.
That's me.
It's like it's a bit bigger than you.
I'm a humanoid shaped creature.
Not too much. It's probably they look like they're sort of 6 and a bit feet tall, judging by the kind of cut and the length of the sleeve. But they are beautifully made, and some of them are embroidered with kind of silver thread. It looks like the image of Task on the back.
Lennon.
I hate to go here, but I'm going to. Do any of the ropes look like something that I had his name?
Ergen?
No.
I know where you're going.
The tailor?
No.
No.
I'm gonna get it, guys. No one can say.
Adonis?
Yeah.
Dave the
Does it look like?
ropist?
Does it look like anything like Adonis would wear? Do these look like robes Adonis would wear?
Oh, robes. I thought you said robes.
Does it look like Adonis would like them?
They look like Adonis would wear them. They don't necessarily look like something Adonis would pick out. Knowing what you know about Adonis, like if you were to give it to him, he would be like, "Fuck yeah, this is great." But the purple is a little bit different than
These statues are freaky.
Also, can I look up at the ceiling? What does the ceiling look like? in this
Yes,
room?
good
Yeah.
question.
Great
It
question.
is a smooth, kind of finished stone. And you can see there are. What languages do you speak?
I speak.
I think she speaks all of them.
No,
So
hold
many.
on. Hold on. I have to try and read them, but watch Sean's face as I do this. I speak Common, Celestial, Orin, Sylvan, and High Tongue.
Okay.
Oh, that's not that many.
They are unfamiliar, but you can see like there are a few symbols carved into the ceiling, similar to the shape of a circle. Not like a complete circle, but kind of like sort of 6 symbols.
6.
Has
Do
it,
you-
has,
Do you point that out, Kelly?
Yeah, I would point them out and say that there's language on the ceiling.
Oh, what is that? Draconic, Undercommon?
I
Looks
look up.
familiar to me.
I speak a bunch of languages also.
Is it
You
Gnomish?
recognize it. It looks like Infernal.
Oh,
Fuck.
Kokanee.
Wait, Callie speaks Infernal,
No, I don't.
right?
I wanna learn
I
it.
lost
I want to
me
learn
and-
it.
me and Neppy do
Alright.
that.
Fuck.
You don't. It doesn't appear to be like letters per se, but looks like more like infernal runes.
Have we cast
Infernal.
detect magic in here?
We have not.
I cast detect magic.
Yeah.
Wow.
You detect some magic.
Yeah, like where?
Whoa.
Both from the circle and also from the door.
What about the robes? They magic?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Great. We're taking them. We're gonna put them in the bag. We might have to impersonate somebody later.
Yeah, writing that down.
We don't need props for that.
With the runes, can I discern generally what that is? Like, is it like, is it a glyph? Is it a? Because I know, like, I know warding symbol. Like, I would have access to that spell. Like,
An Arcana check.
before I look up, I'm just gonna grab my holy symbol for a little bit of guidance to myself. Okay. Okay, Arcana. 17 plus 2, 19, 22.
Yeah, you've seen something similar, not quite exactly the same, but something similar in teleportation circles. It looks like it's maybe a teleportation circle or some kind of version of a teleportation circle. It doesn't seem like
on the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't look active.
You can like sense the magic that's inlaid in the stones, but it doesn't seem like it's.
Wait, on the ceiling?
Letters?
Yeah.
That's a teleportation circle written in Infernal.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even look up. Good. That's good. It's good to have a circle in here. We should put those robes back in case someone comes back.
But the question is,
Yeah.
why is there, if that is an Infernal, that could potentially be a teleportation circle too?
Isn't Tiamat, connected with the hells?
Tiamat connected with the fire plane?
No, the hells.
The hells.
She's connected with the 9 hells, yeah.
Perhaps that is what they used to bring Tiamat here.
Does this room look big enough to put a dragon
god
in?
This room is too nice to bring a god in.
What do you think the bed would be for?
Wait.
Oh, yeah. What's under the bed? Sorry, that's not important right now.
Can I define sense?
It is like kind of lifted up out of the stone, and then there it seems to be kind of like a mattress laid on top.
Can I define Can I
I-
define sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the range on divine sense?
I think it's
And that's
60
the wrong.
feet.
That's a bad question. We hate
60
that.
feet, yeah.
60 feet. No, you don't sense any.
Oh, but 70 feet.
If maybe you're, I think you might be onto something. If perhaps that is how these draconic figures came in.
That could be. I also consider that perhaps this is where they, rather than bringing a god to a place, perhaps this is the place where they funneled her essence or stole it somehow.
Perhaps Tiamat took a smaller form. Though why, I would not know.
Yeah, all the pictures I've seen of her in the books are like
Large.
proper spooky. Yeah.
Big, scary.
Tim, I know a thing or two about teleportation. Would I be able to discern if this is just a pure teleportation circle or if there's any kind of interplanar things
Good
happening
question.
here? Because those are two different texts. You know what I'm saying?
Make an Arcana check.
I
With
most
some
certainly will.
guidance.
Oh, I love that. 17.
It does seem a bit different. It doesn't quite seem like a traditional teleportation circle that you recognize. You're not sure if that means it because it has something to do with planar travel. You assume so. You kind of assume that like it is somewhat different. And it's not something you're totally familiar with.
What's the ceiling made out of? Is it like a polished stone?
Yeah, it's more stone.
Oh, great. I feel this teleportation circle. Also, do I feel like I could use this teleportation circle? Like, if I were to teleport, I'd be like, oh, I could teleport to this circle.
You could try.
So I don't feel confident about it, is what you're telling me.
No.
It's not like a normal circle. I feel like this circle's probably not in our best interest. Y'all down if I wreck it?
Yes.
Yes.
Love that. So I'm just gonna how big is this circle?
It's probably about 5 feet in diameter.
Perfect. I'm just gonna cast Shape Stone and muss it up.
Yeah,
just make it all.
Yep.
One of those like
the runes.
3x3 tile puzzles where one's missing and you just sort of move them all around.
I love that.
Wait.
Goes to
I
a
can
new
do
place.
something much dumber because I can shape it into anything. God, who's someone we don't like? Help me out here. Who? I'm gonna shape it into a perfect 5-foot bust of Grape Nubs.
See, little nubs.
That
Perfect.
is.
What?
Is that necessary?
What if they think she did it?
That's
and
a
they
priestess
don't
of
know?
never.
What if they think that Grape Nub did it? Oh no!
Letters,
gonna
you
get
may
her
not
killed.
like her, but she is still part of my charge.
Okay, fuck. I'll change it back.
Also,
No, I
letters,
can't
if
change
you're
it back. It's evil.
letters, if you're looking to, she will never see that. So
You don't know that, Neffy. You don't know that for certain.
I don't.
Okay, 1 second. I bring a stepping stool over and I just bring my hammer and I just muss up her nose. I just smash at it until she's unrecognizable.
Nose is the window to the soul.
It's unusually aggressive even for letters.
I'm gonna go check out the bed.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just about to say I'm gonna check out
Guidance
the
on
bed.
myself.
I'm
Sure,
gonna
make
check
an
out the bed with
investigation check.
Kokanee.
Okay.
That will be a 17 plus 3 plus 0.
Okay, so 20. And what was yours, Callie?
I got a 19.
19. Don't seem to find much. It's like you can see like it's not fully made, like it's kind of mussed up.
Lived in?
Kokanee, you do find a little bit of what looks like white hair, kind of short, kind of more coarse than you would expect. Kind of near the sort of all throughout. You find a few of them.
Hi guys, I found short white hair on the bed. Coarser than you'd expect.
This is
Like
place.
What is
Like
it?
person
What does it smell like?
Yeah, sniff it.
Sniff the hair.
Yeah, you smell the hair?
Do you smell the hair?
Do you smell do you smell the hair?
Do you smell it?
Make a no. So you smell the hair, and you kind of get like wafts of like almost like a perfume, or like a fragrance. It's sort of like there's like sort of a sandalwood and citrus kind of thing going on.
Does it smell like Duomo?
It does not smell like Duomo. Like
Oh,
there's
thank
like
God.
What a
like a little
twist.
bit, but
BBG
there's like
all along.
it's missing. Like Duomo there's like an undercurrent of like sweat
Marijuana.
and like body odor that just like seeps into like it's not with Duomo. It's not offensive, but it's just there. It's present.
Mhm.
There's a musk, a masculine musk.
Does
With
anyone,
this, it's more. It seems more like a something you would put on, like a perfume or a fragrance of some kind.
does anyone recognize the perfume smell in our group?
You all kind of give it a whiff.
Wow.
Just a circle
Just
of
the
people
wafting
smelling
method.
hair.
lot of
I
this.
would say, Kokanee, you can make a history check.
I hate that.
We don't like it when that happens.
Just Kokanoke.
So 15 plus. My guess is 0.
Yeah. Again, it smells familiar. There is something that does smell familiar to you, but you're having a hard time putting your finger on it. It's like it is. You're like, I know that I've smelled that smell, but I cannot place it.
I don't want to go down a dark route, but
Can we?
what's your mum up to these days, Kokanee?
I've never met my mother.
Ah, okay, then you probably wouldn't know what a perfume smells like.
No.
Wow, way to rub that one in, Finish.
It smells like it smells more.
I was
of
in
like
an Australian accent.
It
Oh,
does
okay.
smell more like a masculine scent than necessarily like a feminine scent traditionally.
So this place essentially looks lived in. Perhaps with all the clatter outside, with the copper basin, that person, whoever lives here, went down.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Are we cool with no diplomacy on this one? Like,
I must admit, I am unfathomably curious. I think there is a potential here for information. While I am not necessarily seeing that diplomacy may be the way to get that information, there is a potential for information here. And if we go in guns a-blazing,
right?
we lose all of that. And any reason, we are, to be quite honest, we are pulling at straws for even the reason why we're here. Yes, Kokanee and I lost important relics, but what in the nine hells is going on?
Say no more. We still have that bottle, right? That really hard bottle that didn't break.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yana
So we
has it.
capture whoever it is, and I keep hitting them with the bottle until they tell us what we want. It worked for the other guy.
I
I'm pretty
also
sure that
did
bottle is magical.
prepare Zone of Truth.
Oh,
today.
save your spells. Save your spells. The bottle works. Like it's
It's
sort of an
bottle of
analog.
truth.
It's like an analog bottle of truth.
If
Yeah.
it comes
Oh.
to that, perhaps
Okay.
we can compel a testimony from them.
Right.
Shall we go down?
Down the thing.
Okay. So you head down the stone staircase beyond the plate.
Guidance for whoever is looking for traps down the staircase.
Oh, you know that's the Wizzy.
Guidance
The
for the other
letters.
Wizzy.
That's 21.
Okay.
Kokanee, we should just always. You can guidance spooky. I will take letters. I feel like that is what we've been doing so far. Yes.
Sure.
I don't like to play favorites. I don't want to I don't want either of you to feel jealous. That only one of you gets to guide me.
I don't think that you need to be worried about that.
No. It's fine.
So it was a 21?
21 for Sean, yeah.
21. Yana, what was yours?
The one on this die is the tiniest number out of all of them, and I rolled it. I just wanted everyone to know how tiny it was.
So as you're kind of as you head down a couple of steps, as you're sort of looking letters, you're kind of looking off to the right, and you're kind of keeping an eye. And just as you spot something, as everyone has kind of climbed down a few stairs, you see kind of like a thin wire. As you see Yana kind of looking over, what? And she kicks it, and you hear it snap as you hear the stairs kind of, as they all kind of like go, they all kind of sink down as it becomes a slide. As you all start to slide down, you all kind of bump into each other. You hit the ground hard as you spill into this massive chamber, kind of in a heap. And you hear kind of the tinkling of coins as you like feel the impact. You look around as you all kind of get your bearings, and you can see a massive hall, huge golden pillars line the entire chamber down the center of what was an ancient dwarven throne room. You can see large, imposing dwarven statues line the walls, some destroyed, others plated in rare metals. You can see there is a river of liquid gold that goes down the center between these pillars. And you can see where it's emanating from. It's running down over a throne at the far end. And the heat is immense as you kind of like catch your breath. As you all sort of stand, you feel your feet kind of unsteady on the coins beneath you, as you can see massive piles of coins litter the hall. And about 40 feet from where you landed, you can see there's like the coins kind of pile up around. And you can see there's like where the river kind of cuts through. There appears to be something that's laying across part of the river, and you can see just the edges sticking out of this pile close to you, what appears to be a large, I would say gargantuan dragon head.
Connected to a neck and body?
It seems to disappear into the pile of coins.
Like it moves?
Some of it is just kind of sticking out.
It moved though?
Hasn't yet.
Can we still talk in our heads at this
Yeah,
point?
that lasts an hour.
Guys, what if we just leave? Do you want to leave? Callie says this in the head.
It's a slidey slope.
We can't leave.
We can.
Why can't we leave?
We can leave. We could leave right
What
now.
What color is the dragon?
Make a perception check.
Oh God!
Hey, everyone stay within 10 feet of me. If things get really bad, I can get us out. Unless it knows counterspell, which dragons do. This might be the time.
25.
You can see it looks like maybe whitish skin. It's hard to tell. Like a lot of it is like does not appear to be very much skin left on this more or less kind of skeletal.
Oh, it's skeletal.
Partially skeletal, kind of white, like dragon scales. As you can hear, you hear something kind of echo through the chamber of just like a.
Oh no!
Love the slow clap, classic move.
As you see the head kind of as it starts to move through the pile, you see another head emerge as another head lifts up out of the pile as two more rise up. You see this
like
massive skeletal 5-headed dragon kind of lift up. As you see the skeleton is kind of shaking, its tail rises up out of the molten gold. You can see the gold just cascades down it as you see the coins around it begin to swirl and slide up its body as its entire frame becomes coated in coins as it kind of as it stands before you. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Tim! No! Take it back, Tim. Take it back.
Yeah, we're not gonna dive into this fight tonight.
Yeah, man, we're fucked.
Holy.
Gotta go.
That's bone Tiamat. We
Undead
dead.
Tiamat?
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's do it. Nah, that's easy. Breakfast.
And who was clapping?
Tiamat. She loves to clap.
We
Just
don't
kind of
know.
echoed through the chamber.
Everyone knows anyone who knows anything about Tiamat, she is a very, very big clapping enthusiast.
Well-
she loves to clap.
I'll be the first to say it. Fuck.
Oh, I did not think you were gonna go here tonight, and I'm glad you did.
Ooh, boy.
Wafty.
Whew. Ah, yeah.
Okay,
Where,
so
where
real
else
talk.
is there for us to go?
Earlier on, when we were talking
Queen
about
Chambers.
the Tremors, Matt
Matt sent me the same message. Yeah.
Yeah, and was like, dragon shifting on a horde? And I
And
was like,
the
oh,
aftershocks of
certainly.
the coins.
I was like, oh, for certain.
I
Guys.
just said, hey Matt, fuck you, I hate that. But apparently I should have been saying that to Tim all along.
Wow.
Guys left the money hole for too long.
We weren't doing nothing during the time,
You're just
Tim. I want to make
casually
that clear.
saving the world from a lich.
We're not like
We did take a 6-month hiatus. There was 6 months where we could have dealt with the money.
You know, we needed a break.
Oh, we needed a break. But there
We
was a
still
6-month
need a break.
hiatus. We still need that. Like, we need a beach break. But there's there was a 6-month period where we were doing quite literally
Love you all. Come
Thank
to
you all.
Chatwater.
Yes.
Wednesday
Oh my
is
God.
Cathedral.
Tim Carlson.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
I
Guys,
am.
Guys, I'm actually busy next Saturday, so Callie won't be there. Callie's gonna be nice and safe at home with her wife.
Hey, if we just don't turn up, Tim can't do anything mean to our characters. It's
true.
Unless
If we-
it's just
Actually-
on Saturday, it's just
So I guess
Tim
we're
alone
starting
on,
campaign
on
2?
Twitch,
If we-
on
if we
Twitch being
never-
like,
So
"I do
come
this."
back in
If
2
we-
weeks for when we all have new characters and we start campaign 2.
if we never
Guys-
play these characters again, they can't die, and everybody's
That's it.
fine.
Guys, what if we just take Callie's suggestion and just leave? Be like, haha, no. Bye.
I like that suggestion.
I
I'm
feel
just
like there would
saying.
be an alarming quantity of counter spells coming at us.
Yes.
Yeah, how
Um,
many times can you counter
But
spell?
we have 2 wizards. We can counter the counter.
Counter the counter.
and then you counter and counter until somebody
You can't
dies.
counter a counter. You need to look fucking because you can't do two things on a turn. You
Unless Clappy McClapson and Tiamat can both cast
Or
spell.
if Tiamat's 5 heads can each cast counterspell.
Yeah.
That too.
Okay.
Thank you to everyone for sticking
yeah.
around with us and tune in next week to watch us all die. We love you all and we're so thankful for all of you watching. Yes, as Sean said, please tune in on Monday for Chatwater where Sean and I lose our minds about this for a bit and also razz on Tim for this for a bit, where Tim joins us for his DM Ask Me Anything But Don't Expect Answers to Everything session. And then please come hang out with us on Wednesday as we play Cathedral. Matt leads myself and Len and Adam through a wonderful, wonderful game that we think you're all really going to enjoy. Thank you all so much. And I mean, maybe our last goat salute. So, you know.
I think it's a collective this to Tim. Like,
No.
Oh,
I'm so
no.
excited.
Oh,
I'm
don't
so
make it
excited.
worse, Adam.
Excited.
We love him.
We love
We
our
love
dear
it.
Dungeon Master. We're all just terrified.